Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. I'm afraid we've got another Team Troll video for you now. This is an M44, the Tier 6 American SPG on the north spawn of Lakeville, and it's under the command of Hayseed 1776. But I'm afraid he's going to get trolled, and here comes the troll, Captain Spook. He's in the Panther M10, and well, he's going to take quite a few shots at Hayseed 1776, but it's not Hayseed's fault at all. You see, Captain Spook gets hit by the enemy Arty, and then he decides to take it out on our Arty. So you can see Hayseed getting into a firing position so he can shoot at the enemy tanks. Now we'll take it into his aim view to Battle Assistant, and we'll watch what actually happens, because he's aiming at Ferdinand down the other end of the valley. That was a bit of an early shot. It missed the Ferdinand. It was a bit too early. Okay, we've got a Chi turned up though. And there you can see Captain Spook coming into view. He's fired his first shot. And that one was also a little short on the Chi, who pulled back just far enough so that the shell hit the ground rather than hitting him. And there you go, the Panther M10's just got hit by the enemy Arty. Okay, Hayseed's trying to get a shot on that Chi. Okay, he's lined it up. Rad's out. Yep, that definitely hit the Chi, no doubt about that. And we can see the Panther M10 took some damage there from, I think it was the Ferdinand on the enemy team. But Hayseed's relocating to avoid counter battery. He's one of two Artys on his team. The other Arty is another M44, and he's down further down the A row. He's way over near the town. But you can see that there's Captain Spook, still sitting up at the centre. And that shot hit the wall, didn't actually hit the enemy at all. But Hayseed is now moving back to another position. I think he's going back to that mound again. Yes. Shouldn't actually go to the same spots all the time. On this map, I tend to actually fire, move forward about 50 metres, then further forward another 50 metres. And I think he actually landed that one near the Ferdinand, because he stunned two tanks, but he didn't actually get any damage. And here comes Captain Spook, who's fed up and is now about to troll Hayseed 1776. Yes, after I've moved forward a few 50 metres, I move back, or I move sideways another spot and then move backwards. So I go backwards and forwards to avoid the enemy knowing exactly where I'm going to be the next shot. Okay, Hayseed lining up a shot with Super Hellcat, and a lovely direct hit for 251. So here is Hayseed doing his best to hit the enemy. And what's happening now? Yes, he's been hit twice now by the Panther M10, and he's been hit again, and now he's being rammed. Yeah, this is a total troll action, and it doesn't help their team win. In fact, actually, it's one of the reasons why people like Captain Spook have very poor results, simply because they are always getting fed up with their own play. And not fed up with their own play, but fed up with the fact that they can't beat Arty, and therefore they decide to take it out on their own Arty. And Hayseed, well, I don't excuse Hayseed firing into that Panther M10. I know he's fed up because he's being trolled, but by shooting at the Panther M10, he's actually damaging himself with his own splash. So the reason why Hayseed's lost so much in the way of hit points is entirely down to himself. Don't fire at the teammates when they're too close to you. All it will do is damage you. Now you can see it says 254 hit points of damage by M44. That was Hayseed firing at himself, basically. And of course the Panther M10 wasn't going to be damaged by this at all. Now if he tries to move away from this position, I'm sure the Panther M10 will follow him. But whilst he's doing this, I would actually aim at the enemy and ignore the person. If he just keeps doing what he's doing, then obviously you submit the replay to Wargaming and say, look, this person won't stop doing what he's doing, and therefore he does need a suspension from the game to teach him a lesson that you don't misbehave like this. Wargaming seems to think that by taking team damage out of the game, they've prevented people from trolling. I'm afraid that's not right. In fact, they really ought to bring back in the fact that tanks will turn blue after shooting at their own teammates at least 3 times. But it's just not happening. The only way a tank can actually turn blue for team damage is if they actually kill a teammate by chucking him off a cliff or whatever. And there you go, you see Hayseed's killed himself by shooting into that Panther M10. He's blown himself up with his own splash. And that is the end of the game. But luckily they won the game overall because the rest of the team was so good, they managed to capture the enemy cap and kill all the enemy vehicle. So that was a bit of a waste of time for Hayseed because he lost a lot of hit points by shooting at the Panther M10. He just didn't need to. Let's have a look at the end of battle results. And here's the end of battle results for that game. Well, Hayseed did manage to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in the game. It's only showing 4 actually, funnily enough, but apparently it says he got 5. So we'll take that as that he did actually get those 5. Unfortunately, he didn't get anything more than that, no other medals. But if we look at team score, we can see he did 608 hit points of damage on the enemy. The high scorer in the game was the CS52, did 3,382 hit points, followed by the ISU 152K, 2,895, and after that it was the Caro d'Assalto P488, which is the new Italian heavy tank, and he got 1,708 hit points of damage. The troll, Captain Spook, didn't get any damage on the enemy whatsoever. He fired 42 rounds, 41 direct hits, and no penetrations whatsoever. Well, I think that tells you everything. This player is extremely bad, and he received 6 hits from the enemy, 1 penetration, 1 non-penetration, and 4 hits by way of splash. Now, I can't tell if one of those hits by splash was from Hayseed. I rather think 2 of them are, but the other 2 are probably from the enemy Arty, and that's why he got badly damaged and decided to come back and take it out on his own Arty instead. Well, anyway, this is the troll. This is on the NA server. So, Captain Spook of the Hex clan, you are a troll. And because we've notified everyone that you are a troll, we will put you in the troll mod so that people know that you're a troll when they come into battle. They won't platoon with you. They won't. They'll watch out to make sure that you don't attack them, and you won't get any help from your teammates simply because, as far as they're concerned, you are more likely to hurt them than the enemy. So that's what you get if you misbehave. You lose the trust of your team. We can see that Hayseed fired 11 shots in the game, got 5 direct hits, no penetration but 7 splash, damage of 608 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters, damaged 3 vehicles, didn't get any kills, but he got 5 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 12,274 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply took away 9,631 credits. He needn't have paid the 3,225 credits that he actually had to pay for repairing his own vehicle, because he damaged the vehicle himself by shooting into the troll. And I know I keep saying this, but please do not shoot the people who are trolling you, because it won't do any good. You won't do any damage to them, and if they're too close to you when you shoot, all that will happen is you'll stun or splash yourself, and then you will lose hit points, and then they will get the benefit or the satisfaction of knowing you've damaged yourself. So I know it can be incredibly tempting to shoot at your teammates if they are trolling you, but try and avoid it, and try and shoot at the enemy and keep firing at the enemy even though they are trolling you, because it will wind them up that you are still getting damage and they're not. But if you can't get any damage whatsoever and they just won't let you shoot, just don't shoot at them. just stop playing the game, your teammates will recognize that you are incapable of actually firing because you are being trolled, and they will get fed up with the troll and possibly even take it out on him in other ways. I know we've seen certain players intervene in trolling behaviour before, try to stop the troll or block him, allowing the Arty to get away, and sometimes it works but sometimes it doesn't. But in this case, I think Hayseed learned a lesson that he doesn't need to fire at the enemy. He doesn't need to fire at the troll, rather. He needs to fire at the enemy. Doesn't need to fire at the troll, because all it would do was cost him in the long run. But do submit this replay to Wargaming NA and let them, or please ask them, to give the Captain Spook a long rest from the game, at least for a week, so he gets to recognise that if he trolls, he will be taking time off from the game for his behaviour. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, well, you wouldn't enjoy a trolling, but certainly it's educational to learn that we do have another troll and who he is. And hopefully, if you notify his clan as well, let his clan commander know that he is trolling, and give them the address of this video so that they can see exactly what happened. Thanks for watching.